Hello, this is a little tour of our new Kanban system to complement the issue lifecycle document. So to find our Kanban project board, you can start off at our BetterVoting GitHub repo, and then you can go to the Projects tab, and then you'll see BetterVoting. And this is a view with all of our issues organized into columns, and then we can move issues between the columns from side to side. Whenever a new issue is made in our repo, it will also appear in this new issue approval column. And at that time, the dev leads will review it and figure out the complexity of the task and how it should be prioritized. And then if it's actionable, they'll drag it into the prioritized backlog. And the prioritized backlog is where any developer can find issues to work on, knowing that the most important issues will be sorted to the top. Issues are sorted by milestone, which is assigned by the by the dev leads. And the only exception to that are items with a time-sensitive label. So for example, over here, we have something with a relatively late milestone, and then, since it has the time-sensitive label, it gets sorted to the top. So once you've grabbed something from the prioritized backlog, you can self-assign and then move it to in progress, and then it proceeds from there all the way until it's complete. So on another note, issues can move to the right when they're actionable, but sometimes issues aren't actionable. Sometimes you write an issue and it's just to draw attention to something that we should have on our radar that we should think about, but isn't actually ready for somebody to start developing yet. For that, they would end up as an emergent request. So everything in here are good things for us to think about, but they don't necessarily have actionable items yet. And then as we discuss and think about emergent requests, they can move over into the emergent requests ready for issue, and then they can end up back in the new issues for approval from there. Other lanes here are the icebox. These are items that are blocked by other items, and we also, if something is on the queue for discussion in the next meeting, then it can go in the discuss in meeting. Another important thing here is labels. So you'll notice that each of these issues have labels attached. Those are really helpful for quickly understanding what's going on with the issue. Complexity labels is one series showing how difficult it will be to solve that task, ranging from good first issue all the way to large. And then we also have a series of role labels. So we have role for front end, back end, but also for product lead, which is mostly me and Sarah. There's also one for dev leads, and that can also help us figure out who should be doing the work. So to help us make sense of this giant board, we also have these tabs up here, which are filters on this board. So if you're coming to the project for the first time and are looking for a good first issue to start off with, then that would live under this dev : good first issue. And this would, at the moment we don't have any because we're still building out this Kanban. But if I go to some of the other ones, we see there are a bunch of small issues. So using these filters can allow you to quickly find things to work on and have it filtered to just the things for you. And that is the high-level overview of the project board.